We would like to welcome you for our presentation on plant economics for polyethylene terephthalate PET manufacturing process. I am Shua and my team members are Amina, Al-Wafa and Khadija, and our mentor is Dr. Sivamani. In this presentation, we are going to speak on Introduction to Economics, Calculation for Cost of Equipment, Total Capital Investment, Variable Cost, and Annual Total Production Cost. Abstract. Polyethylene terephthalate PET it is widely used in packaging material due to its environmental friendliness, and also for important features such as the safe break-resistance containers. The aim of our research is to calculate total capital investment and annual total production cost for PET manufacturing plant having capacity of 400 tons per day. Chemical engineering plant cost index method was used for our calculations. Economists deal with the financial transaction of an organization, but for chemical engineer, economic is an essential part in the financial and political sphere. Hence, plant economics is at the center of the real-world concerns.
Cost of equipments. Each equipment in the PET manufacturing process is calculated using chemical engineering plant cost index method based on the size of each equipment. The values of individual and total costs of equipments were in the table. The major equipments involved in the manufacturing PET are mixing tank, vertical heat exchanger, horizontal heat exchanger, furnace, spray reactor, distillation column, and discage reactor. So the size of each equipment was calculated and the cost of each equipment calculated. Next, total direct costs. Total direct costs include purchased equipment, delivered costs, purchased equipment installation costs, instrumentation and controls, piping, electricity, buildings, yard improvements, service facilities, land costs. Uh, the total direct costs was calculated to be 3.2 million Real Omani. Then indirect costs. Indirect costs involved engineering and supervision, construction expense, contracts and contingency. As per our calculation, the total indirect costs was from to be 1.3 million Real Omani. So over to Al Wafa.
Now I will talk about total capital investment. So the fixed capital investment, it is calculated as the sum of total direct costs and total indirect costs. And the total capital investment and working capital investment, it is calculated from fixed capital investment. Working capital investment, it is normally 50% of total capital investment, and fixed capital investment, it is 85% of total capital investment. Next, I will talk about variable costs. Variable costs. Our items are total raw materials cost, annual operating labor cost, operating supervision cost, maintenance and repair cost, operating supplies cost, laboratory charges costs. They all followed in the variable costs, and this each cost it is calculated based on the percentage of total capital investment. Now I will talk about annual total production cost. It covers production, sales, research, and royalty. The total annual production cost was calculated to be 88 million reals. Now Khadija will conclude our presentation.
In conclusion, chemical engineering plant cost index method was used to calculate cost of equipment, total capital investment, and annual total production cost. A knowledge of economics is required for any entrepreneur to learn about financial transaction. TechBinner is not exception of this. Many micro, small, medium, and large enterprises all this need to promote natural economics. Our present project work will act as a motivation to build startups in chemical process engineering as it has a lot of scope. Finally, we would like to place on record our deep gratitude to Octal Petrochemical Resource Salala for kind support and collect insightful data and improve the quality of this work. Thank you. We would like to acknowledge the management of University of Technology and Applied Sciences Salala for their continuous support to carry out this work. Also, thank you for the head of Department of Engineering, and thank you for the head of the section of Chemical Engineering and the teams of Chemical Engineering section. Thank you for encouragement throughout the progress our project work. Thank you. And the last slide, it is about the reference, that from this reference we get the informations, and those reference was so help us to get some knowledge about our project. Thank you so much for listening to us.